All right, good people. As I promised, in studio with us, a brother from another mother.
That's me.
Somebody told you, John, that you remind them of me or I remind them of you. Is that right?
That totally happened last week. Not kidding.
Okay. And did you take that as a compliment or as...
I told him, I said, I really appreciate that because I like Erik a lot. So.
Oh, thank you, John. John Fisher with Charism. Tell us who you are, what you do. First, tell us all about your family, where you're from, and give us the details and the ooey gooey of your life.
For sure. So John Fisher, Executive Director at Charism, born and raised in Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, my gosh.
I know.
Welcome to Fargo.
Yes, country bump. Got here in 2008, had a kid, and we had a flood. It was a great first year for everyone. Really loved that.
Oh, my gosh.
But I, Executive Director of Charism, get to lead that awesome organization. I'm also a pastor, and I'm married to the awesome Abby, and we have 3 wonderful children, Julia, Esther, and John.
Do you refer to your wife as the awesome Abby?
I really, she needs a little A that she uses, a little suit.
A super
That's
A?
right, super
That's
A.
fun.
Awesome Abby.
So how does one go from Nashville, Tennessee to Fargo, North Dakota?
You know, you don't throw a dart and hit it. And I didn't come up here for the winters. And the summers are actually really nice up here. But no, we came up here for the ministry side of things. I felt the Lord calling me to come do ministry in a place that a lot of young people were leaving the church. And so we came up here to do that, and it has been awesome. Got here and I said, you know what? I don't want to do that all the time. I really want to be out in the community working and networking with people and making a difference in that way as well. So I get to do both. I'm part-time pastor and full-time nonprofit guy.
Well, I would actually shift that around, and I'd say that your employment is nonprofit, but you're still a full-time pastor.
Oh, it's true. That's true. But it doesn't change.
Bill Hybels of Willow Creek Church says that the world doesn't need more pastors in churches. It needs more pastors at nonprofits and radio stations.
I agree with that statement more.
Real estate companies and that sort of thing.
That's awesome.
We're all called to be pastors and to do good, and those of us who are faith-filled men and women, we're all pastors, right?
So true.
In fact, that's the final push by Jesus, right? It's
go into all the world.
Yeah. So we're on it.
Yep.
You're crushing it.
I love it.
Tell us about Charism.
So Charism, been around for 23 years, making a difference in the lives of kids in the community and adults too. So we do after-school programmings, we do in-school mentoring, we run a food pantry, and we throw some awesome events to bring really light to neighborhoods that have some hard times.
Give us an example of one of these events that would happen. Where would it take place? What does it look like? What needs do you have for something like that?
Great. So a big event that we've done every year is Cocoa with a Cop. I know. It's fun. Ooh. It's a blast. So
Cocoa right now does not sound delightful.
We do it normally in like February.
Okay, perfect.
We've done Cool Off with the Cop too, and that's popsicles and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, no squirt guns?
No, yes, actually.
Wow.
It is. I had to tell the cops I had to go yell at cops to quit spraying people and dumping water on people's heads. That was a lot of fun. I'm like,
I can't imagine the grief that police officers have to deal with. And just, they let out that rage with a squirt gun.
They totally did. They were hosing down like moms and dads, and I was like, people are getting annoyed. Can you please stop? And they're like, oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Just got to get it out. But no, we do this event because one of the things that we've seen is that our at-risk communities and the community at large, there's a divide oftentimes. Okay. And so we want to bring them together in a meaningful, positive experience. So Cocoa with a Cop during the winter has cocoa. We have outside games if it's nice weather, which we've had some the last couple of years. And we bring as many police officers from the different forces across the metro to come and just bring a nice face and connect with people. You'll have kids on officers' shoulders. Chief Todd becomes like Santa Claus. People line up to get a picture with him. It's just a really meaningful experience.
So Charism in its root cause is here to help the underprivileged. Is that a fair assessment?
Exactly, yes. Yeah, our tagline is building stronger neighborhoods. And to build stronger neighborhoods, you build stronger people. And so working with a lot of the underprivileged, we don't like using the terms, lower income, underprivileged, but that's the reality. And so at risk is the term that we use. And yeah, we have some people that are in some tough situations. Some, and they'll admit, by their own doing, and some, it's just they've been dealt some raw hands, and so they need someone to come alongside them, and that's Charism.
So I've often wondered, John, at what point does someone transition from being a victim? Let's say life didn't give them the cards that some of us have been dealt in a positive way. Maybe they came from an abusive household or a low-income family, or that they grew up with addiction in their house, right? I spend a lot of time, every other Wednesday, I'm going to the jail and talking to people, and I'm finding that addiction is the common thread that we have, right? So at what point does somebody go and switch from being a victim to a victimizer, right?
Oh, true. They're the ones aggressing now?
Yeah, like at what point do you go and say, I sympathize and empathize for this person's situation, and then we turn into blaming them for their life happenings?
And I'd say that a lot of it's a mentality. And now you have some awful situations.
Yeah,
I'm a product of that myself with my mother and some of the things that she went through. But what I've seen with a lot of people we work with, it's some of them have the mentality of empowered, and they're going to rock this. They're going to move forward in a positive way. And some have, well, this has always happened, it's always going to happen, and this is just my life. And so what we try to do is we try to start at the beginning in the lives of these kids to go, you're not this victim. Don't have this victim mentality.
Yep.
You are strong. You are special. You are needed in this world. And here are the things that you can do. And here's the life that you can live. Those character things. A lot of the times when a family is wanting to make sure they have a roof over their head and food on the table, they miss out on those parenting things and those other things in life. And so we come in to teach the parents that, but then also to show those kids how valued they are and how special they are.
I think in any situation, John, it's important to first identify the problem and then to figure out the solution, okay? We're going to go to break and we'll bring you back here. And I want to talk about the solution of how we as community members can get involved. Yes, this is a real estate show, but this is a show about community. And it's a show about taking care of one another. And so let's talk about that solution after the break. Folks, in the meantime, head to livefargomoorhead.com to find out what your home is worth. This is Real Estate Radio with Erik Hatch. Welcome back to Real Estate Radio. As always, I'm your host, Erik Hatch, and in studio with us, we still have Executive Director of Charism and my doppelganger, John Fisher. John, how can we as a community help out the least of these? And how can we get involved in the lives of kids and at-risk adults?
Fabulous. One, I want to tell you, I love that question. And two, it shows your heart that you're even going to ask that question.
Thank you.
Because a lot of people don't. You want to live just your life, and that's what's important. And of course it's important, but there's a world around us. I'd get involved, and that's kind of cliche, but we all have people in our life that we know need some help. Whether it's someone at church, whether it's our kids' friends at school, or someone that we barely know. Look for ways to bring a positive interaction with them. The other day, I was in the drive-thru at Starbucks, and I drive up. My bill had already been paid. How much that brightened my day. Now I could pay my bill. I was in line to do it.
Right.
But how much that brightened just that one little act. I think of all these kids that my children hang out with and the stories that we know that they're involved in. My wife has this giant heart for people. And so she'll find out the stories. She'll go by and take them dinner one night out of the blue when she knows they're having a hard time. She'll do a gift card to them around the holidays just to be kind to them. Those kind of things she is a kind-hearted, tender-hearted person. She just started a Bible study for moms and girls out of the blue. Had it last night. It was awesome. So I'd say look for those people around you and see ways that you can help them out. With Charism, it's simple. Hey, John, I want to volunteer. Once a year, can we come volunteer? That right there means the world. Heck, once a week, even better. But anything like that, just showing that you love, showing that you care by your presence and being there is huge.
What we find is that quite often our words and actions don't match. Not because we're unintentional people or that we're ill-informed or that we don't desire to do good, but life happens and gets in the way sometimes. My challenge for you all is if we're going to be the people of character that we want to be and that we say that we are, make sure that your actions are matching the words, even in a smidge or a small opportunity. If you want to be a giver, find a way to give, and I think Charism's a great place to do so. So, John, before we wrap up and run out of time here, you have something big coming up this summer, right?
Massive. So we are hosting this fundraiser that 100% goes to the lives of these kids that I've been talking about. It's on August the 11th. We are partnering with this organization called Over the Edge to rappel down the side of the Black Building.
Whoa.
Crazy, I know. I'm not going to be belaying. We're going to have a bunch of 8-year-olds doing that. OSHA certified, coming out to do this. But what it is,
Did you just say that the 8-year-olds are OSHA certified?
No, 8-year-olds are not. No,
okay. Like those are strong kids.
We give them a future right there. No, so we're partnering with this organization, and so what it is, it's a peer-to-peer fundraiser. So you raise the money, you raise $1,000, and you get the opportunity, the only opportunity in the state of North Dakota, to rappel down the side of a building. It is going to be huge. We've got about 15 people signed up right now. We got a ton of inquiries coming in, and we would love to have people be a part of it. So you go to charism.org/OTE.
charism.org and check it out. Great. John, you are doing such good in the community. Thank you
you.
for being one of the people who is pastoring with everything that you do. And I got to tell you, as a brother from another mother, it's good to have somebody out there who is passionate about kids and passionate about making a difference. So, folks, charism.org, or as always, you can go to livefargomoorhead.com and we'll get you connected.